Hello. It's okay. There is nothing wrong with the screen. It's supposed to be this way. What I would like from you now is a little bit of audience participation. Go on, indulge me. Close your eyes. I want you to all close your eyes. Now, just imagine what life would be like if you were completely blind. Are your eyes closed? Okay, what you can still see, no doubt, are the hundreds of tiny colours and stars when you close your eyes. A blind person cannot see those. Now then, open just one eye. Does it still feel strange? Do you think, just for me, you could possibly keep one eye closed for the duration of this presentation? Do you want to know the reason why? Welcome to my world. So if you haven't already guessed it, my contemporary issue presentation is about blindness and partially sighted people, and in particular, being partially sighted myself, how it affects me in the classroom. Oh, and the film that's going to help me with this presentation is called See No Evil and Hear No Evil. It's essentially a comedy about two characters, one is blind and one is deaf, and they are both witness to a murder. And I think there are certain issues within this film that resonate with me. Oh, when I said the film resonates with me, I don't mean that I've been witness to any kind of murder. I just mean that being partially sighted, I can relate to a lot of what goes on during the film with the character who is blind.
Do you think your disability has an impact on your teaching?
Yeah, it certainly does have an impact on my teaching. It affects me both physically and mentally. I mean, physically speaking, I have to be aware of how far I'm away from smartboards or whiteboards so I can read them as well as the students. And also I have to make sure that I'm standing somewhere in the room where I've got my field of vision is covering all the students. Mentally, I'm forever concerned as to whether the students can pick up on my being half blind or not. But I will go into more detail when I'm explaining the excerpts from the film and how it relates to me. Okay, in this first scene what we see is Richard Pryor playing the character of Wally, who is blind, and he's just trying to fit in. He doesn't want to be seen as anybody different, which is probably what I'm trying to do. I don't want to stand out from the crowd simply because I've got a disability.
You have to pass with someone with 20/20 vision when you're blind as a bat?
I don't feel I have to pass.
Yes, you do. It's a sickness in your brain, just like if you were trying to pass for white.
You mean I'm not white?
Yeah.
This is a scandal. What do you mean I'm not white? Why didn't you tell me this before? You're my own sister.
Don't worry.
Goodness gracious, do you know a lot of adjustments have to be made? I have to cancel a swimming lesson. What are the guys at the club going to say? I'm not one. Oh, it feels like it. Ah! Goodness gracious, sis, you're right.
Lord.
Does Dad know? What you done said? Come on! You done good! Come on, you bitch!
It wasn't centipede. You shouldn't have quit your job.
Look, the man treated me like I was blind.
So because you have a disability yourself, does it make you look differently at other people with physical disabilities?
That's a good question, Laura, and the short answer is yes. When you know somebody else has got a disability, it gives you a kind of affinity with them, because you're both open to scorn and ridicule, and you're both embarrassed about what you've got. And this next excerpt from the film delves into that, and you can see the close bond that happens between Richard Pryor, the character Wally, and Gene Wilder's character. They've both got different disabilities, but they both seem to find this common ground that they have between them. To put this in context, I teach access students who have both learning disabilities and physical disabilities. With having my own disability, I can gain an understanding of what they may be going through, the frustrations that they may have, the embarrassments that they may have. And that understanding means that you can relate to them more.
Can I help you with something? Oh, yes, I'm here about the ad in the paper. Salesman wanted, must have sense of humor. Are you the owner of the shop, sir?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, there you are. Damn, look at that. Contacts again. You see that? Oh. See, I'm looking for Mr. David Lyons.
I'm David Lyons.
Pleased to meet you, David. Oh, I'm sorry. I read your ad in the paper about the Ivy League type, tall, dark, handsome. 3 out of 4 ain't bad, right? As you can see, I'm kind of nervous. Really want the job. But I am a damn good salesman.
I'm David Lyons. What can I do for you?
Uh-oh. Ooh, what are we caught in a time warp here or something? Twilight Zone, maybe? Any Martians here want to speak to Mr. David Lyons? You're a funny guy. And I really like that ad you put in the paper. Must have a sense of humor. Not many people would do that. But you did. I'm your guy. If you want me, here I am.
Would you tell me what you want?
$350.
What are you talking about?
$300, but that's it.
Are you talking to me?
$225. Listen, man, $225 a week. All right, $200. I can't live on less than that.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you, you prick. What do you say?
Why don't you look me in the eye and say that?
I would if I could, but I can't. I'm blind.
You're blind.
Yes, I'm blind. How can I have the job?
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Now you know. Can I get the job?
You're really blind?
Yes, I'm really blind, man. What are you, fucking deaf?
Yes, I'm fucking deaf.
Deaf?
Yes, I'm deaf.
You really deaf?
I'm really deaf.
How do you know what I'm saying?
Because I'm reading your lips. Now, do you want the job or don't you?
Because I'm blind? Hey, shove it up your ass, pal. I don't want no favors from no deaf ass.
Then go home. Get out of here. Give me some peace of mind. To hell with blind people. Just turn around and walk out.
That's better. Now, I believe we agreed on 300.
300 what? What are we talking about?
Just a minute. Hold everything. Stop the music. Do you like Harvey Wallbangers?
Harvey who?
Wallbangers, a friend of mine. I'll introduce you to her later. Because tonight, my friend, we celebrate.
Has a student ever asked you if you've got a sight problem?
Yes. On a few occasions.
How did you deal with it, and how did it make you feel?
Well, I always deal with them professionally, but I tend to make a joke of it. I say something like, well, would it make a difference if I were blind? And then they usually say no, and then it usually passes on. But it hurts. It hurts quite a lot. You have to keep it all inside. First of all it hurts, and then you become angry. And then you have to let it go. If you can't let it go, and if you won't let it go, then there's no point being in this profession. But I think that's why I keep it to myself and not tell anybody, because you are so open to anything they can throw at you, especially being 16-year-olds and fresh from school. They will come out with absolutely anything, and names stick.
So have you always been half blind, or is this something that's happened just recently?
That's a great voice, Lola, even if it's a bit masculine for a female dog. However, to answer your question, My accident happened in 1997. It was not something I was born with. And I think if you were born with it, you just get on with it regardless. But when it's happened later in life, you do tend to have, dare I say, anger issues within you. It never comes out at work, but sometimes it may come out in other ways. I seem to get rid of it via music. But you'll see in this next excerpt that Richard Pryor, something happened to him, so he wasn't born with it, but you can get a sense of him being brash and loud-mouthed simply because he wasn't born with it. But who knows?
Well, guess what you are? A blind, egotistical asshole who denies that he can't see shit.
Denies? You're the one who denies. This is you, right? I'm not deaf. I can read lips. Don't call me a deaf person. For fucking I'm blind. You hear me? Cause some asshole drunk drives me into a fire hydrant and I'm blind for life. He gets 6 months suspended sentence. But I say, fuck it, I'm not gonna worry about him. Fuck him.
You swear an awful lot.
You fucking ain't right.
Fucking A. Something bothers you, fuck it. Your wife leaves you, fuck her. Boss fires you, fucking A, fuck it. Fuck.
If you have a disability, does it help having a sense of humour?
I think it's crucial having a sense of humour. If you've got a disability, I think it enables you to overcome a lot of issues. Apart from this dress. But to be serious for a second, I think in the teaching profession it is vital to have a good sense of humour, regardless of whether you've got a disability or not. And this final excerpt from the film just goes to highlight that having a sense of humour enables you to get through many things in life, whether you've got a disability or not. Now then, how am I supposed to get out of this dress? Nicola? Yeah? I can't get out of this dress.
So, what do you want out of life before the show's over?
I think just not to make a fool out of myself.
That's all you want out of life?
Well, I have this terrible fear that I'm going to make some mistake and everyone's going to stand around and stare at me.
Boy, damn. Wish I'd have met you 8 years ago. I can fix all your problems in 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, if you trust me. You trust me?
Yeah, sure.
Listen. Hey, you're a good-looking guy. You know?
Thank you. It's very kind of you.
How's that feel? Good? You look a little silly to me. Kind of foolish. You see, life ain't so complicated.
Well, that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you especially to my family who helped to make it. Oh, I think there's one person we forgot about. Ophelia, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good girl.